You might not have, a bunch of estrogen if you were to do lab work, but it's the length of time that it takes to clear that out because cortisol is essentially just clogging that drain. And some other things that I wanted to highlight on was so with that cortisol shunt, you're going to steal progesterone and put it towards cortisol. Covered that. But one key symptom that I see resolve very, very often in this situation, if stress is the issue for this, is frequent urination. And we've talked about aldosterone and things like that before. But for those who are listening and they have no idea what that is, just Google steroid hormone metabolism pathway, and it'll show cholesterol making pregnenolone, progesterone, aldosterone, and then everything will shunt over to cortisol, DHEA, androstenedione, all of the things that will make sex hormones. But the step that produces aldosterone's goal is to reabsorb water, sodium, potassium, all sorts of water and electrolytes that are filtered out in the kidney. And then as there's this long hose that eventually makes its way to the ureter, the hormone aldosterone will tell the kidney to reabsorb things. So if you're overly stressed, your body will not produce enough aldosterone, meaning that you are not going to reabsorb that stuff. So dehydration and feeling thirsty all the time is very common in women who have these issues because of the stress component. And if you iron that out, a lot of times frequent urination, because you're not getting rid of all the water and stuff, will actually resolve, which is really cool. But that's a whole different side note there. But back to kind of what we were talking about.